Well, good evening, welcome, it's Sunday. You know what that means. Well, you're listening to CopyRadio.net, DJ Joker on the decks, and Mazanga von Batman doing the technical stuff and wearing a very nice little hat thing this evening.
Yes, it is cold in the cave today. Really cold in the cave today.
I feel that. Okay, so here we go, psychic time, okay? You ready? I'm just going to look into the camera. I'm just going to use the power of my mind. Are you ready?
Ready.
What film did I go and see today?
Oh. You know what? Not to like pop your bubble or anything like that, but I would think that you went to see a superhero movie today, maybe.
I did.
Is this the long-awaited Marvel superheroes of the world kind of that you were anticipating?
Yes. I'm a little bit behind. But yeah, I did go and see a certain arachnid-themed film, and it did not disappoint.
Interesting, the opening, though. Well, I don't know what the people heard, but I heard The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yay! So we'll be talking about that coming up in the show, because, hey, that's what I saw today. I also watched a couple of other things over the weekend as well, which people may find interesting. In actual fact, I watched the first part of an anthology set by Philip K. Dick. No laughing at the back there. I know what you kids were thinking. PK Dick. Yeah, I know. Grow up.
We'll try next time.
Yes, but from the science fiction master himself, which is always interesting to pick up on.
Yes.
So that's what's down with me right now. What's down with you, Mazanga von Batman?
With me, I've had an interesting week hooking up with people. I did a live broadcast yesterday or the day before with FMV, and no questions about it. And pretty cool dudes, and getting introduced to new people. We have also quite a few new subscribers this week, and I'm sure we'll get down to shout-outs later in the show.
We will indeed. It is interesting, actually, because I did see the online karaoke. It's always difficult to take people seriously after you see the fun side of them. I should know.
Yes. Yeah, I listened to that. I was like, man, we got to do something with this, Joker.
Yeah.
He's just like asking for it. I'm like, all right, we can deliver.
Yeah, I did pull the audio. I do have it. I've done nothing with it yet, though, so maybe an upcoming show, that one. But
well, either upcoming or you could throw it in the mix. You never know, you never know.
There's not a thing I can't fix in the mix. That's for sure.
Especially.
So we've got some things to talk about, as always. Do get in touch on Discord. I have got the links, I think, up in front of us as well, so you can see where to go if you're watching us on one of the lesser known platforms.
And the descriptions below.
Indeed, and do connect because we've got obviously the connection things over there as well. So do connect with us, and let's play some sort of track, because apparently my calibration has failed on this screen, but it's actually called "Your Mind" by Adam Beyer and Bart Skills.
I can't get no sleep.
You're listening to DJ Joker on Copy Me Radio.
Are you ready for music? Then you're ready for DJ Joker.
Well, I don't mess around, but obviously...
Neither did I, but yeah, I had to like look in the freezer for the vodka. That's the only... Generally the whiskey's on the shelf.
That's where you've got to keep it, kids. You've got to keep it in the freezer. Don't ask me why, but apparently we don't. That's where you keep it. Enjoying Nailbomb's memes over at Discord this evening. Thank you very much, Nailbomb.
Yes, Nailbomb. A masterful, hardcore hitting opening of the session, I will say.
Although, if you could lighten the mood, that would be awesome.
He's had a hard week. He's gone through a lot of different emotions, you know.
Blimey.
Yeah.
I mean, at least mine was educational, you know?
We all try.
So, 6 a.m. Funk by Carmon, spelled with a K.
Carmoms or Carmons?
Carmon, M-O-N, Mon. Like,
Carmon.
Hello, Mom, but it's Carmon. Yeah.
French Jamaica, man.
Yeah. Carmon. So that's what that is.
Our new feature in Copy Me Radio, Copy Me live stream voice channel, you can actually catch the live stream of the show
At the same time, and at the moment it's like Discord Inception, because you go and watch that, you can watch what's in Discord. It's bizarre.
Yeah, you can watch it all at once, and I'll post a into the live stream, so anybody who wants hits the button, take them right to the room.
It's incredible technology. It really
Yes,
is.
it is.
And just when
It's a lot easier than the bad old days of, oh my God, how are we going to like get this across all the platforms at the same time?
it's like the internet finally been listening to us, isn't it?
Really, right? All of a sudden, bing, and it's it makes a lot better sense how to do stuff. Yeah, it's very good that you have these cross
References?
programs
Cross-reference
that
programs,
that you can hit different social media sites and aspects of them at the same whack kind of thing.
Clever.
Cheers, my brother DJ Joe.
Indeed. Cheers.
Yes.
So apparently, I mean, this week, I don't know if you caught any of this over where you are, but apparently we learned that my country, we party hard, even at the top. Did you hear this?
I saw an article about the lady who writes stay-at-home laws was actually busted not at home.
Absolutely, partying on down. And our own Prime Minister went to a party. It like the house where he lives, because it's like that's like his office as well. There's like 100 staff there, and about half of them said, "Hey, let's go and have a party," and they did. True story. And he went outside and he said last week, because we have something over here called Prime Minister's Question Time, and he looked up and he said I went outside and there were some people there and I thanked them for their hard work, and then I went back inside. I thought it was a works gathering, and apparently they had like buckets of wine and all kinds of stuff going on.
It kind of would have been funnier if he would have said, yes, I went outside to the backyard and I had sex with all of them, because they were strangers and you can do that legally by law.
Well,
you know?
the punchline is to all of this, and this is sad but not sad at the same time. The punchline to all of this is that the day before the Queen was at her husband's funeral, apparently in Downing Street there was a proper basement rave going on because some people were leaving. They had a DJ there who was DJing on top of the photocopier. They had suitcases of wine. I mean, you know, I'm just
Philip's last party, huh?
Yeah, I'm just
Like
so
the
proud.
Last Dance with Mary Jane, kind of, you know, we got a dead man's party.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, if you're gonna do it properly, you know, and
And against the law,
yeah.
keep it going strong. Yes, I agree with you.
Here's the downside with this whole hypocrisy, though. Obviously, there were people also at that time who couldn't be with loved ones. They couldn't go to funerals. They couldn't, meet people. They couldn't, basically do all the things that human beings.
Funeral processions being pulled over and
Yep.
told to go back home.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, look, a lot of hypocrisy, and it's one rule for them and one rule for us. But there's a bit of me, the raver in me, that sort of says, yeah, good on you, go and have a party. And then there's the other side of me that says, you bastard, I couldn't party, why were you allowed?
Yes, you're right. But above, we could put it as a pay grade kind of thing. If somebody is above the pay grade, they're not allowed to, do
Look
as
at
they
you.
whim.
Look at you.
Especially
hitting the nail right on the head. Boom, just like that.
Well, you know me. I'm not much for around the bush. It's like, hey, baby, let's fuck. No? All right, get out of here. We don't need none of this. You're too much drama with noises coming out of your mouth that aren't yes, master, no, master. So the whole thing would be, pay grade. Yeah, if you're a public servant, das ist verboten. Nein!
But I did. There was a flash mob outside of Downing Street. Apparently, all these guys turned up in suits with masks of Boris and started rave dancing for sort of 5 minutes before moving on. Very funny.
I can just imagine that. Wow, everybody with their camera out. You got to get that. Yeah.
It just, it makes me proud in the sense that it just shows that what an amazing sense of humor this country has.
Well, I would think that you would have to, and the British humor is very eccentric, we shall put it.
I have no idea what you mean.
I thoroughly enjoy the shit out of British humor. Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I do like that. Be careful not to spread fake news. Leave that to the professionals, and then all of the all of the usual people and all the usual suspects are there.
Yeah,
this is why I'm still here, loving it.
So, which is all good.
Talking about fake news is my friend, no questions about it, was in court this week, and the shit that the city puts up for ticketing and making revenue and stuff like that, absolutely insane. And the people in charge, should be the ones catching all these fines, but all for their like absolutely disgusting behavior, their illegitimate laws, and they're breaking their own, statutes and laws right in front of everybody's face, thumbing their nose about it. Hey man, our shit doesn't stink, but it does, my good man, but it does.
It's one of those.
Only the Queen's shit does not stink. Did you not know that?
Absolutely. In fact, this week, I mean, she was like, on the back of it all, wasn't she? I mean, they showed her on the back of the funeral, sitting there by herself. And you go, do you know what? That's a lady right there, leading by example. She's doing what's right. And then it turns out that her son, Prince, whatever his name is it Andrew? I always get confused.
One of those.
He's now being pulled into America law, being sued by a woman who says that he did things to her when she was underage with the Epstein thing.
Her private parts with that guy who killed himself in prison. Yeah. I mean. But I wouldn't put it past him, because that's the way the machine works. But
he's no longer Prince. He's the Andrew formerly known as Prince.
I like that one. I like
good,
that one. A little bit of musical humor is always well suited.
Yeah, get in. I do like. Just moving back into Discord a second. You got to check this one out. This is one of my favourite memes. Although thanks for showing us the full size one there, Nailbomb. Thanks. It's
right.
The original
no arms one. I thoroughly enjoy that. I like to see that pose in front of me right there. Yes.
Thomas the Tank Engine. Is obviously a sentient being. That I find hilarious.
Yeah. There's a whole series of Thomas. Yes. Utter depravity, I say. Yeah. Good show.
You've been a really useful engine. Although
absolutely,
the fat controller there looks like he's maniacal laughing, isn't he? He's like,
we showed them. They said it can be done, but we did it.
I've made the first sentient train out of human beings.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I just played Wicked by Dennis Cruz, and here are some moments for you by Cezanne, which sounds French and probably is. It's 7:32, Maz. We have already wasted 32 minutes of our show.
Sweet.
I like the way you put a
That
question.
went fast.
I like the way you put a question mark on the end of that. Sweet, maybe.
Sweet?
Is it?
No, well, no, that was kind of a quasi. That was exclamation point with a question mark after it.
Yeah.
I don't think wasting is the proper word. We were being creative.
I suppose. Yes.
I suppose. What is this self-doubt that you're exhibiting?
I just don't
Joker?
know. I'm as I said to you, I'm having, as always, a few technical issues in areas I didn't have technical issues last week, and now I do. It's like, come on, give me a break.
Listen, I wish I would have the technical issues and you'd be like on the good side, you know. So next week I'll open up an extra computer that I know has technical issues.
Yeah.
And they will leave you alone. The boogie monsters will leave your computers alone.
I'd like to believe that's true, but you and I both know it isn't.
We can only try.
I mean, Mr. Computer, I mean, you know, on the whole CPU thing and the disk usage and all of that kind of stuff is doing its job. It's just this week we're going to do something else.
Other than the hiccups that occur, you know. So you're having an issue on the controller and the laptop then?
Yeah, bizarro.
Oh, I noticed that you were slow to start up today, kind of thing.
Well, that's because I was eating trifle.
Ooh, I'd be slow to start up. Always good for trifle.
Yeah, I make no apology.
Not needed, good sir.
I had a lovely meal.
Apologize for eating a good trifle.
A lovely meal prepared by my significant other and family, and it's lovely, very nice.
The joke stress.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So there's isn't that the ghost from The Simpsons?
Yeah,
Do
that
not
poor
be
ghost.
afraid.
You know, you have a roast today.
I did. We had tiny roasts. So because we had tiny roasts, we had to cook more than one, which was nice.
Dwarf animals.
Yes. Actually, I prefer to use the term lazy fucking butcher.
Point well made.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he had other things he had to get done.
Yeah, but still, mine is always the most important. I totally understand you. After all, you are the one and the only real DJ Joker.
Absolutely. Oh, let me ask you: Have you watched any of the Book of Boba Fett?
No, I haven't. I have like 3-4 episodes, and I'm like planning on a binge session during the week because I've been waiting to start that, and the imagination.
Initially, I thought, is it going to be good? Because what is it? And then after about 5 minutes of watching the first episode, I was like, yeah, this is good. I like this.
Yeah, it is good. Cool. So it didn't take like 3 episodes,
no.
like the predecessor did.
No.
Good enough for me, man.
This was much easier to get into, and there was a really great kind of, again, backward writing. I love backward writing where they go, hey, you know that thing that happened in that Star Wars film? And you go, oh yeah. Well, guess what? This is what happened after that particular character, and you're like,
I like
wow.
that. But I like that.
Yeah, but also they get to speak to the Sand People. Remember the Sand People who tried to kill Luke Skywalker for fun?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
they're like,
Yep.
well, basically, there's a whole section of them talking, and it's hilarious because it is just literally at the time you think some guy just went.
Yeah.
And now they've
recorded his girlfriend during some aggressive sex. Yes.
And now
honey, one more time. We messed it up on the first take.
They've now got this as a language, and so all of these actors there are literally saying to each other, behind masks. Of course, you can't see them doing it, but I think it's literally. And
everybody's fucking making noises.
And then there's these subtitles underneath. And then because obviously they can't understand other people, there's also some sign languaging going on as well. So you've literally got
the interpreter.
And if that's not put you off, do watch it. It's really good.
I can't wait now. What episode is that? I'm going right to that.
Yeah. On the very first episode, they all do seal impressions and they try to balance balls on their nose.
Really begging for that fish. Begging for that fish. Yo, I dig that, man. I would have thought that it would been. It should be very interesting because again, they're like taking pieces of like the Star Wars story and then like, okay, let's do the right 45 degrees, 32 degrees.
They've done exactly what they did with the Mandalorian, where they turned it into that Saturday afternoon viewing. They've got the formula is down. It really is. They've got it.
Well, that kind of scares me, but at least you know you're in for some entertainment at least.
Exactly. What else?
Good.
What else? So, hang on. I need to find out what this thing is called. I'm just going to do a little bit of research on the other screen whilst I'm talking to you.
This thing is called?
I don't know yet.
Well, what is this thing? Oh, it's right here. Oh, look.
Hang on, and it is with Philip K. Dick. Now, there's a name that I'll never forget. I don't know why.
Gee, I wonder. It's Frozen Dick.
Apparently.
Duck. Sorry, duck. Looks like
right. Okay. It's called. Get this. Are you ready? It's called.
Always.
It's called Electric Dreams, which I should remember because I always remember that's from the Blade Runner thing where, do electric sheep dream of whatever. I can't remember. Do robots dream of
too? But ELO had a song also, Electric Dreams.
Exactly. So anyway,
yes.
I watched the first one today of this, and it's shaped up to be quite good already. So it is literally a standalone season of just science fiction-y type tales. So get this. You're gonna have your head on here. Are you ready? So it's Inception and The Matrix at the same time. Okay. So here's the premise of the story. Subject A, who is a nice lady, decides that. Oh, it's also a bit of Total Recall as well. You'll get it as I go now. She goes home and goes, "Hey, do you know what? I've had a really horrible day." So her wife says, "Well, do you know what you want to do?" And my initial thought is, have a glass of wine, have an early night, get your shit together and feel better in the morning.
Go upstairs, have a bang, have a shag. Come on, let's go.
But to be fair, right, that's not how these people think, is it? So that she goes, what you need is a vacation from yourself. And I'm thinking, okay, I've heard this one before.
Yes.
So a vacation for yourself, what do you mean? Well, look, you put this little thing on the side of your head, and what you do is you have a whole vacation away from yourself, and you end up being someone else. You have all the memories and all of the things of someone else. I'm thinking, right, okay, I'm with you so far. So far, we're in Total Recall. So then she lies down. She gets this little dot thing. She sticks it on her forehead, just her forehead, on her temple here. Because you know that's going to work. That's the best place to stick these things.
That's the best place, the thinnest part of the head, right there.
So she closes her eyes, and then she opens them again, and now she is a black man who is in the middle of a gangster war, and is like, okay. So a few things happen, bit of an action scene, bang bang,
shit got
shoot
real
him
all
out.
of a sudden.
Yeah. He gets into the car, can't understand why the car doesn't work on vocal commands because he doesn't understand how to turn the ignition in the key.
This sounds familiar.
He then drives. He then changes seats with his partner. His partner drives him home. He goes, "Hey man, you okay?" And he's like, I don't know where I am. And it's like, I think you may have been concussed. I'll tell you what, let's take you home. Here we go. Ready? So he takes this bloke home into his house where he's got a virtual reality headset by his bed sort of thing, which is some kind of new technology that allows you, get this, to escape that reality, and then you can go and have a vacation from yourself. And you're like, okay, I can see the Inception. This is the Inception part now. So he puts this headset on. This is a whole headset now, okay? Because we're not in the same place as that woman.
Right?
Yeah, whole headset goes on. He closes his eyes, and guess what? He opens them again, and he's the woman in the original thing.
He's the woman. There you go.
So it's
full
like,
circle.
So now, both of them are doubting which world is the real world. And even I'm at this point going, I don't even know anymore, and I've watched it from the beginning.
Where did it start? Where is it going? When does it end?
Anyway, so and then it had that sort of Black Mirror dark twist thing at the end, so I won't spoil it for you. But yeah, I watched that earlier, and I didn't catch the whole episode, to be honest with you, because I was in and out doing stuff. But like the half bits I watched, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and
sounds interesting though.
some A-listers in there. I can't name any of them for you, but yeah,
no need. I wouldn't know who they were. Anyway.
Oh,
I'd have to
in
look
that
them
case,
up.
in
You
that
know what I
case,
mean?
then, in that case, John Wolvington and Michelle Lightfoot, they were both in it, and Vincent Van Gogh.
You know me too well, Mr. Joker. You know me too well.
Or names which are similar to that. I expect there's some
Close
guy,
enough.
some guy in there called Osley.
I believe you.
So yeah, that was.
But it does sound very interesting, and little pieces and grabs taken from a lot of very well-known stories.
I actually think, I mean, to be fair, if you look at the kind of writing of Philip K. Dick, I think you'll find most of the stuff was probably stolen from him. I will give credit where credit's due.
That name is very familiar. I will say that.
You should check out the long list of stuff that he has got. That sounds like he's got like some sort of medical problems, doesn't it? The long list of things wrong with Philip K. Dick. The first thing is syphilis.
The ailments of the dick. Yes. Syphilis, runny snorkel. Yes.
He's got it all apparently.
And the song goes gonorrhea.
Where is he? He wrote 44 novels and about 121 short stories, most of which have appeared in science fiction magazines during his lifetime. So he's been dead for a little while now. He died in 1982, but yeah.
This is why the name sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So his notable work, which is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which I believe is what Blade Runner is based on. So that's why you probably know, that's the kind of high end, I suppose.
Yes.
And then at the low end, things like Johnny Goes to the Toilet, not one of his best works. Can you imagine? Yeah, I've written.
Yes, I can. That's why I'm laughing.
I've written 44 novels and 121 short stories. Okay, and which one would you think was your worst one? Well, I suppose it's Johnny Goes to the Toilet. What? Well, I wrote a short story once called Johnny Goes to the Toilet. What happens in it? Well, there's this main character called Johnny, and he feels a bit of a movement in the bowel, and he takes a shit basically, and
the whole story.
The end. There's not even a clever twist.
Very Kafka-esque in its origin. You know what I mean?
It's 552 pages long of me just describing him sweating on the toilet.
Well, I mean, Kafka does get into when he's waking up and all of a sudden he sees his appendages and he tries to move. He gets very into the
mate, you'll love this. Here's a couple. So his first story was Rogue in 1951. However, he won the Hugo Award for, get this, The Man in the High Castle in 1963, which we know is a popular miniseries now. So this guy is... Yeah, he's science fiction royalty.
I think we've even brought up his name in past broadcasts, to be honest, because I mean he is a well-known writer.
Let me think. Yeah, I'm sure the name Dick has come up a few times.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. You know what? That might be in the thing that you after that you sent me. Oh yeah, I remember something, and you sent me the picture of the frozen dick, a duck. That's like that's like you can't write material like that.
Yeah, no, there's wow. I mean, there's just stuff and stuff. You could spend all day looking at this guy's Wikipedia page. Yes, do that. Don't let me read it for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's very interesting how a certain kind of mind thing gets into the movies and into higher production. Well, there's a lot of really good science fiction writers that, all right, you're reading them and you're like, wow, I wish they'd make a movie, but there are only certain ones that, okay, you're the chosen one, you know?
Yep.
Very interesting.
Yeah, always back to that genre, aren't we? Yeah. Who is the chosen one?
Yeah, there were a couple of them. It's hard to pick, but yeah. But it's always generally they focus. maybe it like serves the upper echelon of higher political not doiveness to okay, this guy suits our agenda, so let's hype it up. Like the military will spend money and help make a movie about the military or certain aspects like that. I mean, they're kind of looking out after their own interests.
Yeah.
I mean, they are that corrupt. I wouldn't put it past them. Making propaganda through Hollywood. A lot of people have said that. Coppola and
Oh yeah.
And the other one, they were in the know of certain things, and Isaac Asimov. And again, they're like these selected people that deal with this science fiction that are very prevalent in movie media. Let's put it.
I totally agree with that. Although I just remembered, we are going to have to talk about my most favourite thing of the day, aren't we?
You. You're the most favorite thing that we talk about, and the movies that you see.
I'm just going to say, I've just realised there's a remix waiting to happen to the Spider-Man theme music. 1 second.
Sweet.
Be quiet a minute.
Rock and roll, man. I'm listening.
Just like flies, look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Wealth and fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward to him. Life is a great big hang-up. Wherever there's a hang-up, you'll find a Spider-Man.
Well, there you go. That's the theme music. It's interesting. I think it's all music has got the potential to be remixed.
Absolutely. And this is the wonderful thing about music, because every combination you make, it's always something new.
True. So let's talk about the Spider-Man. Du Man el Spider.
The Spider.
Yeah. So first of all, okay, this has been kind of an ongoing thing for a long time, because ever since that Sony relinquished the rights back to Disney to include into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's been a big thing. And we know that over a year ago, Sony basically, it was the end of the agreement. So we were expecting Sony to go, up yours, Disney. But no, they still let them play with it for a bit. And so today, and there are spoilers here, because I don't care I'm spoiling it now, because I've seen it, and that's all that matters. Today, I got to enjoy the fruits of this long journey of just that Spider-Man arc. So remember, in a Marvel Cinematic Universe, we had the whole Avengers arc, which took years, 22 films, and then we finally got there. The Spider-Man thing, to be fair, it's more like, I don't know, 5 films in total, including the Avengers films that Tom Holland was in as well. Anyway, so today, like as someone in my family describes me, I'm fangirling over Spider-Man.
Fangirling,
which is possible, I suppose.
Hashtag fangirling.
Yeah. So basically, you get Tom Holland playing Spider-Man, and then the number one sort of tease on the internet for such a long time is Tobey Maguire in it, is Andrew Garfield in it, and I can confirm that yes, they're in it, definitely 100%. Yay! Which is where the fangirling part comes, because there's no moment of the film where literally somebody could have dropped a nuclear bomb outside. I wouldn't have cared. They could have been dragging people into the street and shooting them. I wouldn't have cared. I was literally sat there, happy in my Spider-Man world, which was great. And then you get the cameos in some of it as you're going along as well. So Venom's in the film as well. Baddies, wow. Green Goblin from the original film, Sandman from the original film, the Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man. You've got Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man. I'm probably missing someone. Oh yeah, Dr. Octavius, Dr. Octopus.
Dr. Octopus.
Which they make fun of his name, and then that's the beautiful thing about this film. They make fun of themselves. So the memes where you see Willem Dafoe and he says, "I'm something of a scientist myself." Everyone's seen the meme. He says the line. He goes, "I could help you. I'm something of a scientist myself." Oh man, if I wasn't
using common culture to move the plot line along.
If I wasn't in the cinema, I probably would have gone yes as loud as I could. And then when they all meet each other, they all point at each other like the famous 70s Spider-Man meme as well.
Yeah.
So much going on. Story-wise, I can't remember what the story was about. Don't even care. It was epic. Every moment was just like, here comes something else.
I'm very glad that you enjoyed it. Are you one of those that goes and gets a big soda and a humongous popcorn and
No, I went quite
gets
early.
down and munches away?
Usually, yes, but I went quite early in the day, so it was like I couldn't really do that.
I gotcha.
So
you went to a matinee?
I did. It was more important to see the film than it was to enjoy the cinema experience. That's why I am.
Yeah, you wanted to get that film. I get it. I mean, you have been waiting for it for quite some time.
There was moments of, is it going to be made? Isn't it going to be made? Are they going to put the right people in? But they ticked every
years of
single
discussions.
box.
It's all been recorded in the annals of Copy Me Radio history. Yes.
So
last week you had one movie. This week you conquered the next. I'm very proud of you, knocking them down one by one.
Yeah, absolutely. So I managed to catch up on what I was hoping would be my Christmas viewing, but it just didn't work out for me that way. So this is my
close enough
catching
to
up.
Christmas to be called Christmas, because I'm sure they got still pictures of Santa Claus around someplace.
Yeah, there is a moment of Spider-Man swinging past the Christmas tree in Times Square and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I know more about American popular culture because of films like this than I do actually know anything about American popular culture.
But it's funny where everybody gets their little knowledge and field of education and specific things, Again, it's legitimate. If it's well done, it's portrayed with accuracy, as in the place and the ongoings. Why not? Cartoon characters. Yeah, let's go, man.
So, really good. Sorry, another geeky moment is that Matt Murdock, who is Daredevil, they got the same actor to portray him from the television series in the film as Peter Parker's lawyer. Now,
I actually like that Daredevil. Well, it's also part of the story, too, that Daredevil interacts with quite a few other characters in at least comic book history. I don't know about movies, but
what that does right there, though, and this is the clever thing, what that does right there, it means it almost gives a nod to all of the Netflix series as being canon and part of the MCU, which means that Frank Castle, the Punisher, is part of that universe, and just really hope
he would be. To be honest, and it's in the comic books. That's the genesis of the movies today.
There's a rumble. They've been talking to the guy who plays Frank Castle, who is one of the best ones who played it. To be fair, he's in talks about making a Punisher movie or an appearance in one of the films as the Punisher, but he's basically said, and you gotta love him for this, I'll do it, but I'm not toning it down. I don't want a kiddie friendly Punisher, because that's just stupid.
Well, Punisher is the Punisher. It was never kiddie. He was kiddie friendly by defense mode only.
So
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Played by John Bernthal. Jim, my eyes are terrible at the moment. Bernthal. Yes, that's him, John Bernthal. He's got a really funny nose. That's how I know him. He's like, hey, it's the actor with the big nose. If I put that into my Google search, he comes up.
Really, the actor that doesn't have enough money to get a nose job yet.
Yeah, but it seems to be working for him. And
Why not?
He's played some good supporting actor roles in some big films as well.
He does a good job, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So when you've got a good actor, it doesn't matter. But there's something about
Well,
the way
you know how
plays
much
him.
into the comic legend. I mean, not the movie. I look at a movie by other classifications is always like how well the lying actor does his job in portraying a role that you have in your imagination. And he did a good job. I think that Daredevil, that was really good too.
Very good.
You know, and they don't lack for ability.
No, definitely not. He was actually, I mean, a couple of things I've watched recently, but he was in Le Mans '66, which is Ford versus Ferrari. Do you remember we had that conversation?
We had a show. We talked about that too. I remember the race itself. So it's very interesting. It's a very well-known race.
And he was in Wolf of Wall Street as well. So yeah, his range is good. So I'd really like to see it. I hope that they do something. I really do, because that would be awesome.
From your mouth to God's ears, generally, requests are always welcome. And man, be a good boy. You get a present in your sock for Christmas.
Yay!
No coal. You know what I mean?
I hope it's not like the last one Santa left for me in my sock. It was horrible.
Yeah, right. Not even a frog. I love that frog, man. That was excellent.
So don't be put off by my spoilers, by the way. Do go and see the film. It's really, really good. And
yes.
Yeah, that's okay. And there was another one as well. What else have I watched? Oh, you know what else I've watched? Watched The Eternals. That was quite good. As a standalone film.
That's new. Movie or is it like a series?
Yeah, movie. That was quite good as well. But maybe I'll do more on that next week for you guys. But there you go. There's Joker's movie review for this week, and what's on Netflix not Netflix, Amazon. And what have we got?
Pirate Bay.
What are we looking forward to? We're looking forward to season 4 of the Ozark. That's out in a week's time, everyone. That's gonna be good.
TV junket.
you, but I'm stronger. You thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. You thought that I'd be sad without you. I know harder. Thought I wouldn't grow without you. Now I'm older. Thought that I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. Thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell without you, so not million. I'm not survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm not survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work
Yes, Maz, well spotted. It is the Queen in my studio. Hello.
Hello.
One is spinning around. Whee!
I'm free now. Oh, Philly boys kicked off. I want to party like it's 1999. I'm a bit late for the party, but excuse me, boys.
I imagine that getting coke and hookers isn't a problem for them. Oh wait, maybe it is.
They are the coke and the hookers. I think they have ample supply of whatever they could need or possibly desire, so that's not an issue. Party drugs. So yes, open the closet, boys.
There we go. So we're back to the same problem again. So see this thing, everyone. This thing here is the bit that's causing me trouble. But if I do this, look, take the and do that, and then it does a little flashy thing, and then there you go. It's working again. Bizarre.
Hail, Masterful One, with the magic that they perform. The entering of the cable to the orifice is amazing.
I know. I'm just a trained professional when it comes to things like that. Or something. I don't know.
Or something.
What was that? Was I read earlier about a bunch of blokes have come up with instead of Boy Scouts, they're calling themselves Guy Scouts, and they've got badges for things like having too many HDMI cables. And successfully changing the oil on their car by themselves.
You know what? There's something to be said for that. A man needs encouragement, and he needs, goals.
Can you imagine though? It's like, so Jimmy, what have you done this week? Well, I drank 19 pints and threw up all over the place. That's great. Well, here's your 19-pint badge. Well done. Make sure you stitch it above the other one.
You would have gotten a star on it, yeah.
How cool would that be?
It would be totally cool. Yeah, 59 bong hits in a row, man. Yeah, here you go. 3 liters of whiskey down the gullet. Here you go.
We've managed to post 23 memes on different sites this week that people have never seen before. Well done. Here's your meme posting badge.
Yes, right. Right. Badge of adultery. Badge of drunk driving. Yes, you too can be declared over the limit. Yeah.
Can you imagine? And you didn't meet up in certain bars and certain pubs on certain evenings of the week.
Yeah. 20% off for the badge holders.
Yep.
Yeah. Legit.
You can see this turning into a worldwide movement, can't you?
This already sounds like a thing, This already sounds like a thing. Yes. Legitimate.
This is Michael. Michael's got his level 1 wife beating. Well done.
This goes back to the joke, I don't know, that just brought up the joke that I told you last week, and I'll tell it to you again, A rapist, a child molester, and a murderer walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Good evening, officer. How may I serve you?" So yeah, he gets a badge for 3. Deviant behavior in public, another badge.
I just realised that this organisation already exists, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I'm sure. So yeah, we've adopted it 30 years ago. Oh, somebody enjoyed the cop joke. Very good. Yes.
I suppose somebody had to.
Yeah. Oh, there was one. I don't know. It says a lot in a short joke. Say much. Few words.
So at 8:22, we've. Say again.
The Queen was spinning. I'm sure
Yes.
the money helped the flash drive, and it's like, oh my god, I'm overwhelmed by the Queen. Plug me in again.
I reckon that's what the problem with my laptop. It's gone, hey, I see that. I think I should have that.
Give me some. Give me some.
I'm due
Shower me with monies.
I'm due a memory upgrade or a solid state hard drive, bastard.
You know what? It's only thinking of itself. Yeah, I want more RAMs.
Yeah, my laptop is literally, am I not worth it?
Guilting you into it. Yeah, well, I could do an Italian strike if you like. I mean, that's when I work, but I do absolutely nothing. Right?
Dude.
Oh, that's an Italian strike.
Dude, we used to have Italian listeners, but we don't anymore.
I'm sure they're laughing their asses off because they invented this shit. They know. Since the Roman time, we shop for work. You gotta get the manja with the money, but you know do work, huh? There you go. For all our Italian listeners, we love you here in Copy Me Radio.
Yes, bella, bella, bella.
Bella, bella. And in France, we don't know nothing. We do what we were told. Yeah.
Although I don't think I'll be listening to an English dude in France at the moment. Let's have a look. Sony are changing our video, Maz. They're changing it.
Changing. Yes. I got a list of your forbidden videos are, and it's like 300
I like that,
more
though.
shows on different channels on Facebook. It's the funniest thing.
It's like having an OnlyFans account, isn't it? It's like, come and see my forbidden videos.
Yeah, but you don't make the money,
Yeah.
but you get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like having that weirdo peeping through your window again. It's like, okay, it would be nice if something came out of this. You know what I'm saying? But no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm not on OnlyFans, but I have many forbidden videos. Do subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
The best
I
thing
agree
is
with
to
you.
like and subscribe, and then click the little alarm bell. I know this because that way
Yes.
you'll know when we've gone live, because the chances of us being able to look back on this afterwards are very slim. Very slim.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, this is why we go out to so many places. So there's always a chance to look back at one of the sites that didn't mutilate whatever we said. Yes.
Yes.
As my good friend, No Questions About It says, he said, "Hey, bow tie that bell. You know, it has a bow tie on it when you click it. So yeah, that's always a thing to do.
Bow tie that bell. I
Bow
like
tie that bell,
like
yes.
that. Hey.
Yeah.
Bow
yeah.
tie that bell.
Bow tie that bell.
Ding
Yes.
dong. Yeah, great.
Dingity down. Yes. I
Well,
agree
we're
with
Only
you.
Human, which leads us nicely into a track called Only Human by KH, and in brackets UK, so we know where he lives. There we go. We know where you
King of
live.
segue. King of segue.
I am indeed. I can link anything to anything, apart from the
Did
next
a whole
track.
show that we forced them. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was absolutely awesome.
Okay, so 8:25. That's where we are. We've got like 35 minutes left. We'll play some more music, talk some more nonsense. You're listening to Copy Me Radio and Mazanga von Badman and me, real DJ Joker.
That's all.
Well,
Yeah, you know
hello,
what? I should
hello.
run some of that cop humor by no
Yes.
questions that he throws down with the police kind of thing. So just to fuck him up, cause
Well,
he did a
I-
live a couple of days ago.
I
at the
love
police station
I
in
love
middle
the
of
whole
night.
thing. I love the whole thing with the eating customers meme only. That's just brill. And obviously with the whole hello Clarice thing is just do you know,
Yeah.
it comes up on my video feed all the time. It's like, we think you'd like this film, and it's like, I do like it, but I'm just not in the mood to watch it at the
Or anything
moment.
there. You haven't noticed, internet? Come on.
It puts the lotion in the basket, or else it gets the hose again.
The hose. You don't want the hose, baby.
Yeah, you give me back my dog.
Oh, this is a funny one. He posted this yesterday.
Oh, I love
They
it.
all-
Yeah, I saw
the
this.
women's- They all got junk. It's
No-
fucking hilarious.
Nail bomb on fire this evening. On fire. Wow.
He warned me yesterday. I said, all right, seatbelt available. Not a problem, man. Let him rip.
I mean, that's yeah. There's,
Fire. On fire. Yep.
there's just nothing else to say there.
We are worthy. We are worthy. sweet.
So yeah, thanks for the District 10 thing. Me and Maz are just talking about whether Maz has actually seen District 9 or not, and we're not sure.
I've come to the conclusion that it's a movie. I probably didn't see it.
No.
I'm going for the movie. But
So I am now making Maz forget everything else I've spoken about this evening. Maz's new mission is to go and watch District 9, which is just
downloading
brilliant.
it right now as we speak.
Awesome.
Well, after we finish speaking, it will be downloading a lot faster. Yes.
Absolutely, but yeah, it's really, really, really good in a kind of that kind of mockumentary type style, which is so well done. It's actually really believable. Yeah, definitely.
I am thoroughly looking forward to it because generally your recommendations are like spot on.
Oh, and that reminds me, talking of recommendation, The Boys season 3 coming up soon.
That should be good.
Yeah. So, and I know you enjoyed that. So,
yes, that was really well done. Really well done.
So, another one that we can get you into. But yes, definitely, that's your, as you say, you've got it on standby now. So,
absolutely.
I'm really interested though to hear a little bit, whilst we're coming towards the end of the show now, a little bit about your extracurricular activities you've been up to, because I've noticed you on the internet and other places.
You haven't been too busy to notice me, sir. I've been doing the rounds in various places and trying to contact people and working kind of like on a project that's happening in Texas on changing a city's laws and regulations and not trying to
more chainsaws.
Be the milker of the cash cow. No chainsaws involved on my end. I live far enough away that they should feel very safe. Or not, you never know.
The only thing I know about Texas is that they have cows and chainsaws, thanks to the popular media that I watch.
Well, from the old movies, the tagline for Texas would be, there are only two things that come from Texas, boy: steers and queers, and I don't see no horns on you. So, that typical Texan. But again, they're working on marijuana reform and a whole bunch of stuff, and yeah, it's an interesting thing to help people with and look into because I'm big on the information and stuff like that.
I saw a very well produced video. I almost couldn't believe it was you.
I mean, I was like, me too. I was like, nah, this is too good.
I had to double check. I was like, what's this? Who did this for us?
Yeah. Well, but I'm going to try and be, doing certain amount of work for other people and advising and, doing some copywriting, whatever's needed to get shit rolling and, to support the people who are like out there. Because I used to be out there doing what they do today and being, at least if you reach a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of notoriety and you manage your social media career correctly, in the end, it does pay off. It does pay off. And I did this before there was even social media or paying off. And I was recording to save my life, which happened to really work because you record somebody and you get the truth. You really can't argue with it.
Yes, you didn't say this. Yes, you did.
Here it is, 1 hour, 14 minutes, 32 seconds in. I got this marked, buddy.
Mind you, that's
how
what
I am.
Well, that's why I always hate having conversations with you because I always think to myself, hey, this is going to be used one day. One day there will be a out of context.
It's always understood that I will tell you before that I don't just like simply record people to get them in trouble. That's not. I record them because they say interesting things.
Yes.
I record them because they're like being human and real and genuine. But again, we record 2 hours a week and I think it's an absolutely awesome thing that you do, that I do, that everybody does, get on the internet, share. Yep. And I just wanted to maybe give a shout out on the show to Ex-Bootlicker, Nicholas Vera, Poor Dirt Farmer, Our Guy 936, Invictus Media, Connects More, Watching Waco, JR, Mo Shinola, Christine Reynolds. There was another one that joined us today earlier, and I will get her name as soon as I scroll down enough. Yes, Michelle K. thank you very much, along with everybody listening in the chat room. You know that we do this for you, Ace Machine. You know what I'm saying?
True
And
that.
Mr. Nailbomb, James, Mr. Real DJ Joker, and Agent X. You'll probably listen to this tomorrow, Agent X. So the question is, yeah, and you know, just trying to get things rolling, get more listeners, and you know, reaching out to the community of like-minded people who like to stream and do live events and show their life for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of interesting people in the world, and every now and again you do fall across people and go, "Hey, what an interesting viewpoint that person has," or "It's interesting how they approach things differently to me." But yeah, I always enjoy it. I like seeing the other side, so to speak. You know, it's good. It's good because we
You've
all
always
learn.
been the one interesting also that's will take the chance and you know, view a different aspect because you're like an open person who knows how to do critical thinking, and you don't pretend to be somebody that you're not. Well, maybe in your real life you might have to, but here, absolutely not. You know, we've never had a not genuine moment.
True.
For once, even in the hospital, it was all real, all
Yep.
genuine, and yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. No, it's great to see that obviously you are keeping yourself busy with other things as well. And I did have a look at the video with the sort of courtroom stuff and the guy who was basically being arrested because he said hello or good morning or something ridiculous.
He said the passengers don't have to identify.
Yeah.
Quoting law, the whole thing is legalese, and it's like, yeah.
And I love the whole policeman going, I want to know your name, your address, your favorite, your shoe size, and how many dogs you own. I was like, I don't need to
They
give
did
you
that
any
to
of that.
to him in the police station, and they held him for 12 hours because he wouldn't identify because the arrest was totally illegal, you know, and he got taken to court, and he did a live broadcast before court and then after court, and he was moved. I mean, people don't understand how much of a really bad experience and a traumatic experience that is. It fucks with your mind.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it makes you think thoughts that you legitimately shouldn't even be thinking. You know?
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. But yeah, it was an interesting piece. And do you know what? I think you finally got the fact that it doesn't need to be 19 hours long. I mean, it was literally just long enough for me to be interested in, to watch enough of it to understand what was happening.
Well, I did it as a 3-bite kind of thing, like what happened, what is said, and actually like what you can do about it. And there will be more chapters in the story because, again, like always, it's ever evolving.
I mean, it's a bit like we're going back to Philip K. Dick's storytelling, you know. So Johnny Goes to the Toilet is probably a 3-minute film in his mind, but with the wrong director, that's a trilogy of films, and you've just got to be careful of that. You're losing the message about Johnny taking a crap, basically. You know, we don't need to know anything else. We just need to know about what happened and how that affects people.
I totally agree with that. And the whole interesting part of this is the story in itself, how it evolves will be like, okay, now is the long part of the video. You're waiting for another piece of installment. And this is the, I don't know, 3-month, long video that you're watching until I have something that actually happened that you could make a
well, you're telling the story.
Set of events
you're telling the story, and that's what you need. You need to be able to tell the story.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, just for my own sanity, you know, the fact that the police are called the Killeen, Texas police.
Killeen, Texas, yes.
Which is too close to killing, isn't it? Really, my brain just went, well, that's an
unfortunate
name.
See, now the whole thing about the name of the town and the disparity of police abuse is absolutely insane. I think it's maybe 75% above of police interactions are black people against the police kind of thing.
Right.
And even in court, he said everybody was brown and black. There were no white people in there, and there were like 30, 40 people. And everybody's bossing them around, being really disgusting. There are these rules, ridiculous rules of court protocol that aren't even law. It's the judge wishes that you didn't, come in with a "fuck you, judge" on your T-shirt. You're totally capable of doing that. They want you to leave your cell phone in your car, but no, it's your personal property. Nobody has the right to relieve that property from you no matter what. You know, not even that. Again, they don't let you record in court. You know, that's against your right there.
Yeah.
So they want to try and do this quasi-legal process and push people through the mill and get $590. Listen, there were people in there for littering, a gram of marijuana. I saw on the court docket that there was this lady who didn't get a breeder's license and she didn't inoculate her dog. You know, $591 ticket. It's like, who the fuck went in your house and saw your dog without? I mean, how does this shit happen? No, it's the police.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about it is the police victimize people. They victimize the populace for profits and gains. They don't do anything. I've never heard a policeman stopping a murder, stopping a robbery. You know, after the robbery, insurance comes in. That's money. The police want a piece. You know, you had a car accident. That's insurance. They got to get their funds too. So you didn't drive well. You didn't stop soon enough, and you didn't see the red light. You know,
well, you'll love this because I can tell that you have a deep amount of passion about this subject. But one of the things
I could get going on this.
One of the things
it touches everybody's life. In a huge scale, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, the Manchester police this week.
Anything.
Got to tell you this because you'll love it. So the Manchester police in the UK have this week made a pledge to the people in the city of Manchester that if you're burgled, they will send a policeman along. 100% of the time, because up until now, the amount of police that they did send was pretty much zero. Because once the crimes happened, once the crimes happened, they don't have the resource. I mean, it's slightly different, I think, everywhere.
3 days later, policeman comes to the door.
3 days later, basically, they ring up. Here's your crime reference number, so you can get the insurance involved. There is no policing. There is no crime detection.
There is only police abuse, and that's all that there can be. If they can make laws, you know, that go against your rights, and even in England, I know the law, you know, law of common law. It's like common law is common sense, you know, and you got no fucking rights whatsoever. How they could do this shit and get away with it, you know what? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And any place that this shit is going on, even in my own life, I don't take shit from anybody. As you well saw in the hospital, I had my camera physically taken away from me, fighting for the right to photograph. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't put it any stronger than that. And I told the doctor even after, you know you fucked up. You know I could bring charges. I'm not gonna, because you did something good, but that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool.
Yeah, no, not good at all. So, but yeah, so kudos to you. I enjoyed watching that, and as I say, it is interesting. Obviously, when you paste it all together the way you did, that's an interesting thing. So, guys, if you want to check that out, do check out Maz's channel on YouTube, Mazanga Von Bad Man.
On YouTube, yes, and you just at No Questions About It. And you could reference Mr. No Questions About It that actually went through this shit. And I mean, I've been trying to help him out as much as possible, even during the lives and stuff like that. I've been hanging out with him for quite a while. And you look into the story, it's absolutely incredible. Like, again, FMV was out. He goes to a police scene. He asks the cops, you know, give me a number for what went down. And they give him a number. And no question about it, being a melatonin blessed brother, you know, he asked the cop at the end of the thing, you know, give me the number. The cop's like, fuck you, go to the station and get it. It's like, what? Are you kidding? So, you know, this is why there's a disparity of, like, you know, the police are absolutely ridiculous. I've seen a commander that absolutely knows the law can even state that the ordinance is too vague in its application. And, you know, it goes against the Supreme Court rulings even. And it should have been done away with in 87, and it's still on the books. So, you know, this is like a big bear trap, you know, open to abuse. And again, we're going to look into the last 2 years, how many people were arrested for this charge? By what officer? And I'll bet you it's going to be the same officers over and over and over.
It's like his favorite go-to.
I told him I want 20% on the federal suit. All the rest I don't give a shit about, you know?
Brilliant. So there you go. As you can tell, it's a lively debate that's being had over on the other videos. So do check those out.
Yes.
In the meantime, let's rhymes of dildo. It's Dido and "Give You Up" by Mark Knight's remix.
You slay me.
Agent X has just joined us, Maz, and says,
Yeah,
hello,
yeah.
I forgot. Well, Agent X, the rule is you're supposed to bring a note from your mother
Yes.
or your
A
parent or
note.
guardian. And that's the only thing.
Not the dog. No notes from the dog. No, no, no. we gotta remind him to put his alarm clock on.
Yes.
Playing Destiny 2. Destiny
Hey.
2 should have a clock for Copy Me Radio.
There's a man who should like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube and hit the little bell with a bow. And
bow tie that bell.
bow tie that bell. Sorry, I got it wrong.
Is subscribed, but he's always off in the land of gaming and stuff like that. So I can understand the unconscious thing, like, oh shit, I'm late. I wanted to do something.
Well, Botox that bell and you'll get a reminder.
Yeah, reset that clock, buddy.
I'm
Reset that
so
clock.
good at the internet.
Absolutely. You are very good at the internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a badge on my shoulder. I'm gonna have the internet. I'm gonna have the internet user badge. Yeah, if you're a member of the adult scouts.
I like that idea.
It is a good
Yeah.
idea. I don't think we could have it could,
I've had my mind numb by lectures on Copy Me Radio for like 8 years. Oh yeah, we got a badge for that.
yeah. You get a little stripe then, a little stripe along there.
Right. Little hash marks on your bandolero of badges. You know, that's kind of funny. It could actually be a thing. It makes too much sense not to be a thing, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check out see if we have Taco Bell in the UK. It's just reminded me that that meme that should have been put up. So anyway, we're coming to the end of Jesus Christ. We're just coming to the end of the show. Wow.
That's like, dude, opener, ripper, closer, ripper.
Oh my God.
And you know what her name is? Her name is Methany. That's Methany, man.
Well, Methany looks like she needs a good night's sleep. So,
A year underground, more like.
yeah.
Frightening. Frightening.
Yeah, wherever you dug her up, put her back. Anyway,
It ain't Halloween. It ain't Halloween yet.
we're winding down. It's the end of the evening, which means we have to say goodbye because that's what happens when it's the end of the evening. But we have enjoyed having you guys on board as always, and we do hope you will tell your friends and listen to us again next week and the week after and the week after that. But not the week after that because I'm doing something, I'm sure. So probably fishing. Yay!
Some late winter. I was just gonna say some late winter fishing.
Yeah, it's
in
gotta-
between the raindrops.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done. So until next week, we'll see you guys around. And if you can't be good, be careful.